Hey folks, in today's video, this fencing upgrade makes life easier. Well, I guarantee you it's going to make life easier for me. We're going to be putting in a corner post and some inline fence posts, and hopefully get around to changing out this poly wire and putting some high tensile wire around our electric fence for our grazing paddocks. So y'all stick around. Let's get this done. I'm David. This is Live in Texas at Hidden Spring Farm. All right, folks, as you can see, the fence is really torn down. It's sagging in some areas. It's broken other areas thanks to that cow. And in the corner set here, I don't like using T-posts for corner set, but this really worked out well for us on this. And the reason it did was I braced it right. And all we were doing is just turning some poly wire and going down to our barbed wire fence on the end there. But what we're going to do is we're going to be replacing this poly wire, mainly on the top here. We're going to take out the bottom one. We'll probably leave this poly wire on the second one, put in high tensile wire here, run it all the way around our grazing paddocks and our dividers for our grazing paddocks. So we need to put in some posts that are going to take the pressure of being pulled. We have some poly wire set up in another place where it's pulling the T-post in because we tensioned the wire pretty good. So what I want to do is I want to take this set out. I want to put a wood corner post in here. I'm going to put an inline post here, and I'm going to put an inline post here so we can add another paddock going up to the fence that's around our home over there. And we're going to have another grazing paddock. Eventually, we're going to have this out to where we have 7 paddocks for grazing, and we can rotate them through all 7 within a week. Now, I know that's not the way you guys do it when you do that scientific rotational grazing. You leave them out for 30 or 40 days. I just don't have the land for that. But we do want to give a break to this grass and let it grow a little bit so we're not just overwhelmed with weeds. We do have a weed issue out in this area here, but we took some steps this last year to start working on it. We've got some things coming back on us here, but overall the field really looks good compared to what it looked like last year. So let's get busy with these posts and try to get them in and try to get some of this work done. All right, I'm going to do something I didn't think I was going to do. Probably I need to take these bracing posts out just to give myself a little bit more safety factor here. I'm going to leave this wire up and I'm going to leave this T-post in because my corner posts at each end are a little bit inset from this. So what I want to do is set this post inside these wires here. And knowing me, I'm probably going to get in trouble for not taking down the line and all. But I want to try to get it done because I need to be able to keep this up in order to reel it in here shortly. I don't want it laying on the ground and all that other kind of stuff. So I'm going to try something. Hopefully it don't get me in any problems. Well, with full transparency, this went about 15 minutes on this hole because my auger got stuck. The ground is so dry down below, so I had to work it back and forth to get it out. We got a little bit of rain last Sunday, but man, it's not enough. We are so far behind on rain, and this ground is so dry. We really need to get some rain to get this hay coming up for the spring cut. But the auger got stuck. Let's hope it don't get stuck on the other ones. That hole's kind of off a little bit. Let me see how far it is. We're still about 3 inches off. Yep, we are just to put some more down in there and we're going to be on it. Now usually whenever I put these wood posts in the ground, I am concreting. But since it's just the electric wire, and it will allow us to be able to make any changes in the future. God forbid us having to do any more of this work because of these cows, but I'm not going to concrete it. Just going to pack it with dirt because all we're going to have on it is that electric line. All right, that's one post in. All right, that post is in, and that way you can see how far off that T-post was. So this corner is going to straighten it up with this corner post down here and that ending post down there, and we'll reroute all this wire and straighten this wire up. This is a rough cut fence post. We don't use these very much. We like the laser cut, but I'm not buying another one when I got this one. This one will be a little bit different getting it level because there's some shape to it. All right, folks, that is the gate system I put in the other day, but you can see straight on with this yellow string, orange string, it is on the inside of the post. I want y'all to look at this. That is the square corner right here where I got to put this new post. But look how far off of the fence that is. That's a good 4.5 feet. That just tells you right there, after having to fix this so many times with these cows, how this got off. This fence line got off. See, here's the fence line here. Then there's that post I put in down there. And to get it to line up with the posts that I put in the ground for the gate system, which are square on the corral fence, that's how far off this fence was from the true line. That is insane. That's a good 3 or 4 feet off the line. So I showed you the other line. This line here is going to square up with the post that's coming off of our yard fence over there, the horse fence. So it's going to be square with that post, in line with that, and in line with this other one. So this area out here where you see the red clover, this is going to be the other grazing paddock here. It's going to be one of the smaller paddocks. And this is the paddock here that we're going to split. Let's get to digging this hole. Let's pray I dug this hole right, because I don't want to dig it again, boys. All right, let's see where we're at. Let's check the measurement, get this hole done, and get this last post in. Got a little cleanup to do. All right, so we got the post in the ground, and now we're going to set this wire on the new area. We're going to set it up. So we need to get our measurement where we're going to put our insulators at. And I'm going to put 2 here, 1 at 20 and 1 at 30. And the reason why I'm doing 2, usually people only put one line around, but ours have been getting on our fence, so we want to try to reduce that on this fence going around the house, since we're putting them in this new area right here. So these are the insulators I'm going to dead end it on. Might not be the exact ones to use, but I've used them before and they work just fine for us. All right, well, I got all the insulators in. I come over here to tie off my tensioners with this wire, and I completely forgot I got to put up some T-post in here. So I went ahead and pulled the string. Now I'm going to measure and see how many T-posts I need on this and start putting those in. This wire here that I'm using is a piece of extra, and it's a little bent up, so it might not look perfect. But I take a piece of wire, bend it in half. This is not going to look like those artists that put fence up. I am not like that. Then I twist the end to tie it together like that. So this wire that's kind of bent up, I'm going to put it on the lower one, which is right here. Just like that. It wraps around each other like that. And then I just take these extra. It goes around like that. And I wrap it around. And that's going to be the ratchet. All right, so they're ready to go. We got to get the insulators on now. I'm putting these close ones on these, and I'm putting 5" on the ones that's around the yard with our fence. All right, so we got all the insulators on here. We finally got all the insulators on the fence, and like I said, I'm using a 5" standoff on these because they have leaned on this fence. Me and my son just went ahead and took some time and tried to straighten the fence up. So it was leaning a good 3 inches. So now we're gonna have to pull this wire, and I'm gonna use this little cart of mine and let it sit and pull the wire off of it. All right, we're gonna do the bottom one first. All right, put it through this one. Now we're gonna turn. That's where it gets a little tough. All right, once we get to the end here, what we're gonna do is stick it down through that hole on this ratchet and then bend it back so it'll ratchet around itself. I'm gonna put a couple of turns on it so we can go down and cut the other end of the line, but I don't want it coming out of here. All right, so we're gonna pull back on the wire and get some of the slack out of it. Try to get some nice even wraps on this. All right, there you go. So now we're gonna put it in the insulator. All right, let's see if we can get it going. This wire here on these posts is plenty tight, but it's been hanging up because I use that ceramic insulator instead of a turn. I don't know what they call those things, turnbuckles or something like that. I had extra insulator and I didn't want to waste money. So unless it pulled through here, this tension ain't bad. Just make sure it's not got some kind of hang up somewhere down here. Yep, I think it's going to be good. This is good tension here. We'll get this other wire set. All right, I think that's going to be taut enough. All right, folks. Well, this little area right here has the new fence up on 2 sides. I still have to put that fence, the main fence, down through here. And the reason I didn't do it today is because you remember how far off it is off the line. I got to tear all that out and realign it with these posts. So I went ahead and got this little section knocked out that needed to be knocked out anyway. Got those 7 T-posts in with those insulators, the short ones, 5 inches up there on our fence, and it goes right down to that drive-through gate. So from the post that's there with the orange handle, that fence will come down through here, and then this hole inside right here will be a little grazing paddock for them. You see them over there? They're ready. They're ready for grass. They're tired of hay. So they're going to come out of this red gate here. We'll take the spring gate down, put it over on the post, and then, of course, that green gate up there will be closed. And then this whole section right here will be an area for them to graze. Might only be half a day, but we weren't grazing them in this area before. So if I can squeeze a day out of it every 2 weeks over here, I think I'll be good. And I think they'll be good. Well, there was plenty of things today that went wrong. But you know what? If you give up, you ain't going to get it done. So we didn't give up. We got it done. It looks pretty good. I don't think we're going to have them crossing those 2 tenths of wires there once they're charged. Anyway, that's going to do it for today. We appreciate you guys joining us, and we really appreciate you guys sticking around for the channel. We'll see you next time. You guys have a blessed day.